So day 2 on this project in Hingham. We've got a nice cold day against day -2. Yesterday we managed to finish off the rails by the end of the evening. Today we're going to make a start on getting the string cables in. Jay has already made a start on clipping the cables. By the end of today we'd like to see all the panels and all the modules and the arrays are completely finished, which means tomorrow we can make a really good start on getting the plant room in, getting the AC cable from the meter to the inverter, and hopefully be able to get it tested and finished. But we have got Thursday in case that doesn't happen. I've got Jay in the loft who's run the cable all the way from the garage position, which I'll show you in a bit. We're now going to get it out onto the roof. I've got some Copex as well, which we will fish the cables through, and that will just sit here just underneath the felt, just to keep the cables weatherproof and to stop them rubbing on the underside, because we don't want the tiles to rub in the wind against the cables and perish the cables. We don't want any of that conductor to be exposed. Jay is in the roof. He's now going to get the cables clipped back to a hole we've drilled on the gable end of the property. It's going to come down in some 25mm black conduit and then go under the array. But for now, we've got the positive and negative of this particular string in and done. So we'll now move over to the garage plant room roof. So we're going to bring off of the left-hand array, come into the loft with the string cables, clip along and come down where we're going to put a piece of trunking from ceiling to floor, which will house all our cabling, and then that will go straight to our inverter. So I've just got to drill 2 holes. So we're now actually getting the bird protection on. Now with this particular install, we're actually installing it on the rails under the panels. A little bit of a controversial opinion on this one. Now, a couple of reasons why we're doing this is the rails are actually sitting very close to the edge of the frame of the modules. Now, which means the birds are never going to get underneath to get the cables, and that's the main point of bird protection, is to protect the cabling underneath the modules. I think it looks better because I think bird protection is a little bit of an eyesore. For maintenance of the PV modules, if there was something to go wrong with the system or a panel was to break or something like that was to happen under fault conditions, if we had to remove a panel, it's time saving. We haven't got to remove that bird protection just to remove a panel, and everything can be done from above, and we haven't got to worry. So that's one of the main reasons, a few of the main reasons why we actually install bird protection like this on some of the installs we do, not all of them. I actually tested this on my house personally because I wanted to make sure that it was okay to do this, and you know, my install's been in between 6 and 8 months now, and I've had no problems whatsoever with birds nesting, so I believe it does the job. But I'd like to hear your opinion on it. What I'm going to do is, because I don't want to scratch the panel, I'm just going to rinse this down, squeegee it off, because obviously if it's wet my tile lifter will slip. So just a quick rinse down. So we know that the centre of the panel is there. Normally, like on the other side, they've provided us with a ginny wheel. Around the glass lifter I would put the rope round, and then we just wheel it up. It's obviously a bit better because I haven't got to personally carry it up myself. You okay? Yeah. What we're doing is, where that clamp is, we're trying to find a good point where it's been lined up to on the cells of the module. So when we come to do this clamp, we can match it with that, because we know the rails are straight. If we lift the panel up to exactly where that is, the panel should be nice and straight. Bottom of the clamp is lined up to the top of this little silver bit here. So as long as we do the same here, we'll just nip that up gently. just keep that panel in place, then we know it's straight up there. So we're going to mark the end clamp on the rail, the edge there, which is where I'm going to cut. Going to cut the rail with a recip saw. And then we'll slide the clamp over the edge, the end cap, sorry. Put the clamp on, slide the end cap up to it. And that's done. So now we've got the first module on. That's normally the hardest one to get set, and that will set the rest of the array out. So pretty much now it's plug and play. We'll get the other remaining 5 on, get all the end caps done, complete, and that's this array finished. On to the next one.